Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to our Wednesday or our Tuesday evening meditation. And today I'm joining with you from Pittsburgh Body Center. So this week I'm here and we are preparing for our annual robe offering ceremony, which will be held on this Sunday. So some preparation is going on. So I'm here this week. So I'm glad that we all can join this meditation today. Looks like there's the video quality of today's live stream may be a little different, but I hope that you can hear me, right? So I hope that you can hear me. If you don't hear me, just please send me a live chat so I know that you can't hear me. I hope that you can hear me. Yeah. If not, you can send me a live chat. Hopefully, someone will confirm that you can hear me well. Okay, so we are going to do this practice collectively, and okay, thank you, Dana, for letting me know. I know that video quality is not that good, right? Yeah, something is going on, but that's okay. We can all practice as long as you can hear me. We can practice. Okay, I thought before our meditation today, take a moment to talk about how we are conditioned by our environment. So we meet different people, we hear different incidents happening all around the world, and we overhear some conversations, and we can feel the attitude. And so by listening, by seeing, by being exposed to our environment, we are influenced by them. So I think one of the challenges we have these days, particularly, how to stay positive or how to stay calm when so many things that are happening around us, and how to stay positive when we hear so many things that are negative. And this is quite challenging. That is why actually we are here to do this practice. So I would like you to pay attention to this part of our life. So we are we we can be influenced by those around us, but at the same time, remember, we can also influence others. So it's not always like other people keep influencing us, other people keep pouring things to us. We are only the receiver. That's not always the case, or that should not be always the case. At least we are influenced by what we hear and see, and we are influenced by the people that we meet. We are influenced by the places that we go. So that that thing happens. But at the same time, whenever we go, we we are also influencing others in a different way. And so it's a two-way influence. We are influenced by others, and we also influence others. Okay, so when it comes to this challenge, that how we can stay positive, how we can stay hopeful when so many unpleasant things are happening around us, and when we hear some news that may not be that good, and how we can stay positive and hopeful, and how we can keep our practice. So if you understand that, it's not only that we are affected by the environment, but we can also be an important part. We can also be an important factor in influencing others. So we don't have to be at the receiving end all the time. We can also instigate an influence on others. So whenever you feel like you have been influenced, I mean so many things happening around us, and sometimes you feel kind of overwhelmed. I think we had to use the techniques. We had to use a strength that we develop in our meditation to be a person who are not only receiving these influences, but actually someone who can make an influence on others. Yes, we can. We can. I'm not suggesting that we had to do a big impact on others, big influence on others, but this is like a gradual, maybe even a tiny influence on others. And so, therefore, but of course, it's not easy. It is not easy. That's why we need this kind of practice. Let's say you are outside, you hear, and I mean you are maybe you are in a conversation with someone, and then the other person maybe sharing some thoughts and opinions, and and then like maybe uh, giving an impression of a negative environment around us, which partly may be correct, but that partly also that person's interpretation. So in that kind of situation, and so we are being influenced by that person's comment, that person's viewpoints and opinions, and then what we can do right in that moment. So first of all, actually, we had to develop this deep awareness of ourselves, and then this, just simply observe whenever those, opinions are expressed, whenever these people use certain words, and you can keep observing what is happening in you, how you have been maybe disturbed, how you how you may not necessarily agree with that opinion, and what you feel inside yourself when that happen. And so we take a moment to observe all these uncomfortable sensations, thoughts, and our urge to react, our urge to counter argue, and just observe those things for a moment. While the conversation is going on, you are listening to the conversation for a while, and then for a second you observe what is happening in us, and again you pay attention to the conversation, and again you shift your attention and observe what is happening in you. And as long as we can maintain some kind of awareness of the very disturbance happening inside of us, the very discomfort that we are feeling, that awareness kind of help us to uh, make a proactive action afterwards, rather than try to like react, rather than try to retaliate, or or maybe even being completely influenced by the other person. And so after we observe all these things, and maybe even we can take a breath right there, and then you have to like think about, okay, I don't have to be the receiving end in this conversation. I can instigate a uh, wholesome response. So maybe take a deep breath and relax yourself, and then try to gently help the other person to change his mindset. One good way that we can help other people is not necessarily counter argue with the point that they are bringing up, There can be a situation that we may have to educate, we may have to like show them um, uh, some points that they may not, see, not they may not have seen. So in certain cases, we may have to educate others. But the most important thing is actually change their mood, change their mood, and change their whole energy. They're expressing right there. So if you find that conversation is so difficult, so complicated, I think with by observing our own self and taking a breath and developing some kind of control within us, and we can do something, we can say something, we can show something that will change the mood, the whatever negative energy the other person is going through. It may not be necessarily responding to what that person is telling. Maybe sometime, maybe when you just very friendly showed him this showed him different facts, but that could be one way. But most importantly, we should help the other people to change their mood, change their negative energy, to change their maybe even their like kind of anger. So we should find some we should find way to kind of distract, so to speak. Maybe distract will not be a good word, but divert. We should use some words, use some whatever surround with whatever we can see in our environment, and and try to divert the attention of that person to something pleasant, something good, something even neutral, and then help that person to kind of come down and get out from that negative energy. And then that person will be a little receptive, and then maybe you can respond to the point that person was telling, or um, maybe give your opinion about that. And then you see that the energy level is different. So in that way, so we can be the person who is influencing others. Definitely we will also be influenced by whoever we meet and we listen to, but at the same time we can be the instigator of the ripple of the influence. So having that awareness is so powerful, so empowering. So I will encourage you, as meditators, you have this power. You have this power to not only to be influenced by others, but also influence others. For that, first you need a strong sense of mindfulness to observe your own mental state, and then purposely choose, and even being quite wise and smart, how I can change the energy of this person. Remember, our primary goal has to be to change the energy, change the mood, change the emotion of that person. Not necessarily try to correct that person with more facts, or maybe try to counter argue and prove the opposite to the person. That is not really going to be practical in most cases. When people start to argue and they develop an attachment to that view, it's quite difficult for people to give up their view just because they have counter facts. And they will change once they change their energy. So as meditators, we know a lot about mind, so we have to use it, and not really to kind of manipulate others, but as a way of helping others, and as a way of keeping our goodness within ourselves. So remember, you don't have to be the recipient of all the influences that is happening around the world. And don't always don't feel exhausted, and don't always feel this is too much. Definitely things will be coming, but remember that I'm also an actor. I'm also an important factor in this society. And as a meditator, as a person who is developing a spiritual practice, instead of always being influenced, but I can start a ripple of influence. I can change. I can be also the good influence on others. So whenever you go, try to be try to create a good influence, wherever you go, even with a nice smile, Of course, these days, we are wearing masks. Sometimes we cannot, show our smile, but sometimes people notice our smile, in our eyes, or saying, nice words, and even like, having good thoughts within you. Whenever you go to a store, and whenever you go to library, whenever you go to, any other place, just before you go there, you prepare your mind and have good thoughts of, good wishes, like loving kindness wishes, and just go with that wishes, and then even though you may not say anything, or others, we have non-verbal communication. People can kind of sense, people can read our body language, people can read our facial expressions, and people are also feeling unconsciously our, emotions, our emotional energy. So just going to a place with the wholesome, loving kindness wish can influence them. We can do that too, or we can do it verbally. We can do it, by actions. We can help others, and we can, do simple, simple things like, simple help, like simple gesture of help to others. So that will be a nice thing we can do. So I hope that, you will start to you will, you will be more proactive in your interactions, and you'll be more, more assertive in your interactions, and with more mindfulness and loving kindness, and try to positively influence the world. That's what we want to do, and be the person who start a beginning of a loving kindness ripple, beginning of positive ripples. So we can do it. We can do it, but we just need to first observe our own mind and feel whatever discomfort, pain, or frustration, and take a deep breath and relax ourselves, and have a deep understanding that, these things are not ordinary. These things are not extraordinary. It's normal. We just have to, practice. Just have to improve ourselves. Everyone needs to be improved. Everyone is practicing, so we cannot expect perfections from anyone. Just, have that, awareness and that attitude of acceptance, and then we try to positively say something and do something, even like think something, so we can influence others. So, okay, so today's training will give you more energy, more strength to do that, instead of, always being the victim, always being the receiving end of, others' influence. Now you are slowly developing this inner strength that you can influence others in a positive way. How good if we can, do that, every day, for a lot of people. We can do it. Let's do. Okay, so today's training will help you to do that. It could be you are creating this positive influence on your family members, on your coworkers, in the street, or where among your friends, and just try to. You have to be a little wise and mindful and smart to do that. And there are so many positive things, in life. Not only negative things. Of course, what we hear in the news are always, negative, because, what becomes the news is usually a negative thing, not a positive thing. But there are so many, things happening around us. There are so many things that we can appreciate. There are so many, goodness around us, and there are also negative things too. But we just focus on that goodness and just highlight it, emphasize it, and promote it and talk about it, and then create a wholesome influence, and even others can start to pay attention to these good things, and so they can also influence others in turn too. Okay, for that you need more strength. Let's do this practice together. As usual, let us start with our body movements to create more awareness of the body. So that what the steps that we do. This is simple stretch, simple rotation, simple moving exercises that can help us to generate more awareness of our own body. So let us do it together. Okay, first Lock your palms and then turn them upward to the front, and then try to stretch your palms as much as you can. Nice stretch. Then gradually bring them up and try to stretch as much as you can. And give a nice stretch in your spine. You'll be happy that it get a chance to stretch and have some space. Okay, with this awareness, we will do some bending with our breath. Take a deep breath here, breath in. And when you're breathing out, gently bend yourself to the right. Release in there, bending. Breathing in, back to the middle. Breathing out, let's go to the opposite direction and feeling all the sensations in the ribs, in the palm, in the arms, everywhere. Breathing in to the middle. Let's go to the right again. Breathing out, relaxing and bending. Breathing in to the middle. Breathing out to the right, relaxing. Breathing in to the middle. Breathing out again to the right. Give a nice bend. Feel the stretch. Breathing in to the middle. For one last time, let's go to the left when you're breathing out. Breathing in, come to the middle. Let's unlock our palms and gently bring them down. And relax your hands on your knees. Take a moment to observe new sensations arising in our body as a result of that movement. We have more awareness of our arms. We can feel still tingling sensations in the palms, in the fingers, in the arms. Just feel them all as they're happening now. Just come to your body. Be in your body. Just maintain this awareness of the body. We can just be here without going anywhere, just within the body. We will now gently move to the next movement and bring your palms, both palms together, and just lock them behind your head and just nicely rest your head against your palms. You can bring your thumbs to your neck if you like. You can give a little massage to your neck and feel those sensations too, just with your two thumbs in both sides of the neck. Okay, with this awareness of the sensation of touch against the head and the neck, let us now try to rotate our spine. Take a deep breath in. Breathing out, let's slowly turn to the right, giving a nice bend and feeling all these muscles stretching and spine rotating. And breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, let's go to the opposite direction. Give a nice bend, nice twist, and then breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, go to the right again. Breathing in to the middle. Breathing out, going to the left. Feel all this twist that has happened in the spine. Breathing into the middle. Okay, breathing out, again going back and see whether we can go a little bit far this time. Giving a nice twist. Feel those stretch muscles, this twisting sensation. And breathe into the middle. Breathe out for the last time. We go to the left side. Try to go a little bit further if you can. Just keeping your knees wherever they are. Just giving a nice twist to the upper body. And breathing out, come to the middle. And you can unlock your palms. Take a moment and rest them on your knee. Okay, now we have more sensations. Because we twist our body, maybe you have a little bit more sensations in your lower back. Just take a moment to observe whether you have still some residual sensation in your lower back area, some tingling sensations in the muscles, stretched sensations in the muscles in that area. Since you touch your head and the neck, you may have some subtle sensation still occurring in your neck, in your head. Just notice them. Just feel them, observe them. And just be here in our body. Just be here. Nowhere else, but right here and now in the body. Do a last movement to create more awareness of the body. And this time we will try to touch our shoulders with our fingers. Just touch like this. And then we are going to rotate our shoulders, incorporating our breath. Okay, take a deep breath in. Try to bring your elbows together and slowly go up. Breathe out. Try to push your shoulders all the way back and drop your shoulders from the back. Slowly going down. And let's now slowly bring it up. Breathing in. Breathing out, pushing and dropping. Breathing in, bringing together and raising. Breathing out, pushing back and dropping. Let's do 3 more times. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Relax and drop everything. And now just bring your palms again back to your knees. Take a moment to relax. And now you may have more sensation all around your shoulders. More awareness in that area. Just feel them. Just be in the body. We don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to look for anything. We can simply be with these sensations of the body. With an attitude of acceptance, simplicity. We are just here. Let us now gently bring our palms together on the lap. Try to keep your right palm on the top of the left palm. Resting. If you can touch your 2 thumbs together. And rest your palms on your lap. And give yourself a nice stretch again in your upper back. But make sure to drop your shoulders. Don't make it stiff. Just drop your shoulders down, keeping the chin parallel with the earth, chin straight. Nice posture. In this posture, let us now start our meditation. In this meditative posture, we can relax our whole body. We can release our tight muscles. We can let go of any tension in the body. Throughout the day, we have been dealing with so many things. Every time we are excited, every time we feel stressed, our muscles get tightened, stiff. But this is a good time that we can let go of all this tightness and release all the tight sensations in the body. We can take a deep breath, and when you're breathing out, you can allow any part of your body to drop, to loosen up, to relax. Keep relaxing different parts of the body, wherever part that you need some attention. Just take a moment to closely observe that area. Whether you have pleasant sensations or unpleasant sensations or neutral ones. Just closely observe that area and lengthen your breath. When you're breathing out, allow that area to further relax, release, and open up. I will ring this bell and do a chant to help you to be in your body and to keep relaxing your body. Throughout the bell and the chant, stay in your body and keep relaxing it, loosening it. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. with this awareness of the body. We will develop deep loving kindness thoughts. We will radiate a deep loving kindness wish to this whole body with deep gratitude and appreciation of this body. This body has been helping us to live our life for many, many years. All these organs, all these systems, and all these parts of the body have been helping us so much. With deep appreciation, let us wish well-being to the whole body. May these lungs, which are helping us to breathe in and out right now, may these lungs and whole respiratory system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart, cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digesting system, all the organs of this whole digesting system, which help us to energize this body, may this whole digesting system be well, be healthy, be healed. May these kidneys and whole genitourinary system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this whole body, all the organs, all the muscles, and all the bones and joints of this whole body be well, be healthy, be healed. Let us expand this wish beyond ourselves to everyone else. How good if all others also be well, and all others also experience safety and peace. Let us genuinely expand our wish. May all people who are related to my life, who are directly related to my life, may all beloved family members, our friends, colleagues, let us take a moment just to wish them. May they all be well, be safe, be healthy. May they too be mindful, be wise, and be peaceful. Let us keep expanding this wish for all other beings, for all other people living in all over the place. May all people living in this whole surrounding area, people living in our whole neighborhood, and in this whole surrounding region, no matter whoever they are, may all of them be well, be safe, be healthy, be mindful, and be wise, and be peaceful. May all people living in all different parts of the world, let us expand this wish to people living in faraway places, in distant places. May all people living in the direction of our front, in all the faraway places in that direction, may they all be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. May all people, all beings living in the direction of our right, everyone living in faraway places in that direction, may all of them be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. May all people, all beings living in the direction of our back, every one of them living in this direction right now, in faraway places, be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. May all people, all beings living in the direction of our left, may all of them living in this direction in faraway places, every one of them in this direction, be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. May all people living in all different directions, may all living beings, all animals, all forms of life, whoever the breathing beings living everywhere, each and every living organism without exception, be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. peaceful. Expand this loving kindness. Let this limitless loving kindness flow to all directions. Let this boundless loving kindness flow from you to the rest of the world, letting this wish to pervade to every direction, embracing all beings. With this expansive wish, let us now gently rest ourselves with our breath. We will deepen the peace, calmness we have developed through loving kindness meditation. We will deepen it by simply resting our attention on our breath. Gently observe the sensations of breathing, the air touching the nostrils, traveling behind the throat and filling the lungs. Experience and feel the sensations when the breathing is coming out, how they are touching the inner walls of the nostrils and moving away while touching the upper lips. Just pay attention to this natural process happening now and allowing our mind to settle further and further and experience deeper and deeper levels of calmness. Be with your breath. Rest with your breath. Just keep observing, noticing the natural process. These last few minutes, let us give our full effort to be with the breath, closely observing it, feeling it as closely as we can, and just being there. I will do a chant to help you to stay with your breath. Throughout my chant, just rest with the breath. Sukhi diga yuko bhav Sukhi diga yuko bhav Sukhi diga yuko bhav Gently come out of the meditation. Gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Let us take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have meditation in our life. Let us deeply feel grateful to all great teachers in the past who transmitted this meditation from generation to generation. Let us feel grateful to whoever helped your meditation tonight, including the people at home who tried not to disturb your meditation. Let us feel grateful to this device that helped us to connect to this meditation and to this bell and everything that supported our meditation, the chair, the cushion that you are sitting on. With deep gratitude to all people and all things that made this meditation possible for us today, let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, I'm so glad. To meet you in this way. I'm really impressed. It's not easy to connect to meditation, in distance. And then you still, I know that you need to put a lot of, extra effort to be engaged in the meditation. And I'm so impressed. I'm so thankful. I'm so glad that you continue to practice with us, even on this online form. And we are also thinking about, changing this Tuesday meditation a little bit, maybe even also having a Zoom option so that we can see you, we can talk to you. So we will have both Zoom and YouTube sessions. Let us, we are planning for that. So we can talk to you, we can ask questions. So let's plan for that until we will be able to, really meet in our libraries. We are waiting for libraries to contact us, and hopefully, they will, start some kind of limited gathering soon. Okay, thank you, everyone. It's really nice to see you all. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, everyone who say thank you or metta. Thank you, everyone. Nice to see you, and wish you a great week ahead. And look forward to meet you again in another session. Thank you, Dan.